everyone, it's Lori from Dakota Relics. As a reseller, you are always looking for that one find, the one thing that's going to bring you lots of money. That's the whole game that we play. This video, you're going to find and see something I bought at an auction sale that is going to bring me big profits. It was pure luck. Didn't take any talent at all. I didn't even know that it was in there, in the photo album. But I'll also show you why research is so important when you find an item like this. First, I'm going to show you some highlights of this auction that I attended.
Hi, it's Lori from Dakota Relics. Come join me as I travel around the area, searching for treasures that I can buy and then flip for a profit. You'll never know what I find unless you follow me. Come on, let's get shopping. So a couple of great music boxes.
Apple in China, give me $10. $10.
See if you will.
$10.
Got five. That's not good. That'll slow you down.
5, 10.
I got
So,
lucky.
$5.
Yeah, drink a whole Arizona till you get it.
Ladies, we're going to start here with the music. So $170, Jerry. 60. Bidder number 60. This one's got, what, 3 discs? 3 discs. Right here on the disc player. And it's Polyphon. Polyphon. Got the cherubs on the lid and all right here to go right here. There's a dandy. And right here. Old tin plate down here. We give 100. Hit 100. 100 and a half. 150, 150, 150, pound now, give 100, 100 quarter, 100 here, quarter pound, 125, 175, 200, 200 on her 2, and 200, 2, quarter, 250, 2 and a quarter up high here, 2 and a half, 250, 250 then pound, 50 250, 75, 275, 275, 300, 300 on her pound, 300. Sold at 275, up high, number 60. And it's got the night lens on it. Here we go, made by Marks. Right here we go, we'll give 100. And 100, 100 and a half. Hit 100 here, 100 quarter. 100 down right here, give a quarter. Anybody, 125, 100 and a quarter. 100 quarter half, 100 and a half, 175. And now 200 on our 2 and a quarter, and 225. 225, I'll tell you when to stop. 225. Hit 2 and a quarter, 225. Who said yeah? I think we're just talking. Sold it, $200. 55. 55, 55. 200, 175, not 2. And 200 on our 2 quarter. 2 quarters, 275, 275, 300, and 3 quarters, 375, 400, 4 quarter, 475, 650. I sold it 650. It's gone. Sold it 2 and a quarter.
I want this thing.
Chuck, do you want me to come down there or sell that here? Okay. I'm going to sell with the hat. Okay. We'll sell her with, what's that? All the gold. Yeah. All the gold. That's good as the hand of the gold. Right there you go. That's 100. That's 100, 100, 25, 50, 50, 75, 50, 75. Yep. Quarter.
How much can you get for that? Not that. I don't think. I think maybe 500.
Okay, what's the news? I'm gonna sell you.
So this photo album, it is filled with tintype darographs. It's amazing. I want this so bad. Never thought I would get that.
So I won the photo album for the cost of $35. Inside the photo album were 14 tintype photographs. That's actually what I was buying the album for. The album wasn't in great shape. It's right here. You can see the binding is coming apart. But the photos are amazing. They're probably done in probably 1870s to 1880s. And you'll see some pictures in a bit of what was inside. I had also seen the Randall House trading card in there, and I thought it was cool, and thought, well, I could probably sell that separate. The photos I figured I could get between $10 and $15 each for, so that's why I bid. I was going to bid as high as $50. But then I thought, well, the trading card would bring some money too, because that's very old. It's Dakota territory, so you know, before 1889. And while I only saw the front of it, when I looked at the album, I still thought it was an interesting piece, something I could research a bit on. Later, when I looked inside the album, somebody had actually removed the trading card from the photo slot. And when I turned it over and saw the signature, I did a little gasp and said, oh my God. And the man next to me looked and he goes, yeah, I saw that too, but you can tell it's fake. I wasn't so sure. And this is where the research pays off. So when I got home, I just did an initial research on the internet of Sitting Bull's signature, of the Fort Randall House or the Randall House trading card, and I did find some. The signature looked very much identical to mine. So here's some more research I did to kind of get the ball rolling on to authenticize this trading card and Sitting Bull's signature.
So this is the photo album as I found it. Doesn't look like anything special, but it is. It turns out that it was really special. The clasp is good on it, but the binding is loose. Inside the front page is the owner's name, Frank Cotton, Marion Junction, Dakota, which would be Dakota Territory. After some research on the internet, and you can find this very easily, Mr. Cotton had been born in 1857 and he died in 1889. He did marry Fanny. They are both buried in Rose Hill Cemetery in Turner County, which is where Marion Junction is. Marion Junction was only about 25 miles away from Fort Randall, so that all makes sense. It would have been one of the main trading posts at the time. In 1889, they had their first son and only child, and his name was also Frank R. Cotton. Unfortunately, Frank Cotton Sr. died the very same year his only son was born. I did find that Frank had bought land from the Ohio Railroad in 1878 near Marion Junction, Dakota Territory. He also purchased additional acreages in 1880. Sitting Bull was at Fort Randall from July of 81 to November of 1883. So all of this makes sense. It places Frank Cotton in the vicinity of Sitting Bull when this autograph would have been signed. These are some of the photos that were inside the album. and they are all tintype photos. This is actually how the card was placed in the album when I was looking at the album. And this is how it was when I bought the album and first discovered Sitting Bull's signature. This is the actual card. You'll see there's very little damage. It's probably been sitting in that album since, the 1880s.
After I'd done my research and kind of proved that, to myself anyways, that this could be a real signature from Sitting Bull. Everything was lining up, the age of the photographs, the gentleman that owned the album, and where he lived. I didn't know what to do next. Like, how do I get it authenticized? So I did find a Facebook group called Historical Autographs, I believe it is, and posted the card on there and said, what's my next step? How do I find out if this is real? Several of them suggested that I check the internet and see if JSA, which is James Spence Authentication, was going to be in my area at all. They travel around the country, stopping and having card shows, and there are experts there that will help you or that will authenticize an item. So I found that they were coming to Omaha, which is only about 180 miles from me, and they were actually coming the next weekend. So I drove down to Omaha, and they looked at the card. There's various testing things they do, and then they send it out to 3 historical autograph experts. I guess it didn't take very long for 2 of them to come back and say it was real, but the third one wanted a little bit more information. So I did send this gentleman, or I gave it to JSA, the photos that I had taken of the album, and also the information I had found out about Mr. Frank Cotton. And then they sent those to the expert. And then it wasn't long after that where he did verify that it was authentic. So here are some comps I found after I found out it was real. Here are one comp I found on the internet to show you how much it's sold for.
So as you see, it sold for $7,500. Now this was at an auction house. I think mine is in much better condition, so I'm hoping that adds to the value and will bring even more. Well, I'll let you know how it turns out.
So now you might ask, what am I going to do with it? I'm going to sell it. That's my job. This is my livelihood. When you can make a profit of that amount, I don't know anybody that wouldn't jump on that and sell it. I've already had multiple offers after I had posted it on the internet, on the historical signature site. It is a very rare find. There are a lot of people that like it. I'm not going to have a hard time selling it. So with that, all I really have to say is keep thrifting, because you never know what's around the corner. I may never find anything like this again. But who knows? My next big find could even be bigger. See you next time. Thanks for watching.